Hello, Potato! It's been a couple months since we've done one of these, so it's time for Loot Crates! Yes! I have now 2 Loot Crates in stock here. So we can do a Loot Crate video again, because I don't do just one crate in a video, because that's, would be a quarter of my videos, in theory, if Loot Crates came on time. But they don't! What we have here is February, which arrived in March, and then March, which just arrived towards the end of April. Not April, May. End of May, 2 months late. Now, I know what you're thinking. In times like these, shouldn't you give Loot Crate a little bit more slack in delivering things on time? And to which I say yes, if it weren't for the fact that they already, have demonstrated their complete misunderstanding of time. But they're here now. So let's see if they're any good. As usual, it's so old I do not remember what the theme on these is going in. Of course, they don't say on the box. I think this month's... the one that's supposed to be for this month, which I'll probably get in July or August, I want to say it's supposed to have a Goonies item and a Ghostbusters item, and I'm kind of interested in that. But we'll see that probably in the fall. So let's slice this open and see what is inside. So the theme for February looks like it was Tune In. And sticking to the tablecloth, we've got a mysterious white box. We've got an Adult Swim blind box. It's a blind box and a blind box again. We've got a little cartoon mallet hammer pin. Cute. Kind of a Mickey-ish looking glove on it, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. I don't think we don't usually get a lot of Disney stuff in these, do we? I mean, Star Wars and Marvel, but not straight Disney. Or Pixar. A Samurai Jack lithograph. That's nice. I've never really super been into that show. But it's got a very interesting art style to it. So let's start with this item. We'll look at our Samurai Jack picture. It's Jack versus, what was the guy's name? Aku? Aki? Something like that, right? The bad guy was like Aku. Yep, that's nice. Suitable for framing, as they say, or you can just leave it in a little cardboard frame and stick it up with thumbtacks if you want to damage it. It is, of course, a Loot Crate. Oh, it's an animation cell replica. I actually have around here a few real animation cells, like from the real Ghostbusters. They don't look like this, which is probably why they've given us a replica, because they're like, just individual frames. And if there's motion in the frame, you may be missing like an arm or something, if the arm was supposed to move in the frame, in the scene. Known for its distinctive and abstract art style, Samurai Jack premiered on Cartoon Network in 2001. The show chronicled a samurai's attempts to return home after being flung into a dystopian future by a shape-shifting demon named Aku. That was close. Technically I was right, but I had made 2 guesses. Armed with his magical katana, Samurai Jack faces off against his evil nemesis on this epic piece of cartoon history. And now, apparently, retroactively, it is an Adult Swim item. Which is weird, because I don't think Adult Swim even existed at the time. 20 years ago? 19 years ago? Alright, let's open our blind box. See, who can we get here? We got characters from... got Space Ghost characters, Robot Chicken... focus on this. Samurai Jack. Mr. Pickles. I've never watched Mr. Pickles. I see ads for it all the time. Venture Brothers characters. Aqua Teen. I wouldn't mind an Aqua Teen character. Rick and Morty. I don't like the look of any of those Rick and Morty characters, but an Aqua Teen character would be nice. Let's see who we got. They're from Kid Robot. I think the last time we got, I think it was a South Park blind box from Loot Crate. It was a South Park one from Kid Robot. And they're not my favorite. I'm partial to Funko. I like the Funko minis. You see, they've released pictures of some new Haunted Mansion stuff, and the new minis are just last year's minis with glitter. But you know what? I'll probably end up buying at least the glowing ones, because it's they showed the mummy and the bust. I'm gonna do the rest of the busts. I was hoping they'd do the rest of the busts, and of course Hatbox Ghost, because we don't get anything with Hatbox Ghost. And I got I saw you on the box. Who are you? That's Samurai Jack. Okay, sure. Why not? Let's get his little weapons and such out. Let's look down at him. And less so at the box. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed that the still no Hatbox Ghost. I mean, I know they've done one in the past, and he's like $600 on Amazon. And I'm not going to buy that, because I don't generally buy from resellers to begin with. And I'm certainly not going to buy that for that price. They did announce they're doing a Victor Geist pop, kind of in the vein of the the size of the Ezra in the Doom Buggy from a couple years ago. And that one I hope to get, because last year they had the Parks exclusive Madame Leota on the Shop Disney site. And I was able to get her without a problem. She's actually, you can see her in the image here. So I'm hoping Victor Geist goes the same way, and he's just as easy to get. And they don't do him like as a limited edition thing, meaning that the bots will go in there and buy all of them before I have a chance. Well, while I get charged 6 times for them. Interesting, as a result of last week's Shop Disney fun, I have 3 orders showing on their app, but have not been charged for anything, including the, oh, well, that's not a, okay, so I hope these are meant to come off. I was thinking, oh look, they're a little posable, but yes, very little posable, because he knocks his bits off. But there we go. Let's stop playing with him so much, and let's just get a look at him. Samurai Jack. Let's get you a better look at him in all of his little vinyl glory. Yep, not the... So I got 2 Samurai Jack items in this box. That's interesting. There are 2 Adult Swim items in this box, so that's also interesting. Wrong way. Alright, let's put you over there, Jack. Let's put a pin over there as well. What is in the white box? Let's get that back more. And I can close. Oh, it's a coffee mug. Some sort of a cartoon-themed coffee mug, no doubt. It is... Alright, that's nice. The world's best takeover property of Acme Labs from Pinky and the Brain. That's a cute mug. I don't know that I will use it, but it's cute. I like that. I mean, I would have maybe preferred a vinyl Pinky and the Brain as opposed to a coffee mug. And it's that standard kind of generic white mug that you get from places that have put their own logo on them. It's not particularly big. It's not particularly thick. This would probably come off in the dishwasher, so don't put it in the dishwasher. But it's cute. If you are a Pinky and the Brain fan, and I think I said before that they are like the best thing in Animaniacs, then that's a nice item. So we'll box it back up for now to keep it safe. And we'll look at, of course, we have our thanks for being a looter card. No little magazine this month. No little newsletter. Let's look at our last thing. It is another Adult Swim item. Rick and Morty. Interdimensional cable. Crystallized xanthanite. Conducts electrons across dimensions. And of course, just in case people don't know by looking at it that it's Rick and Morty, there are their faces. That's cute. I could see wearing that like to a comic book convention if such a thing ever comes around again. I like the color, I like gray. I wear a lot of gray. You've probably seen when you can see my arms in the videos that I wear gray a lot. Gray, black. No, that's okay. I was wondering if that was like an error in the pressing, but I think it's just a wrinkle in the shirt. Not a bad month. The figurine's nice. I don't know if I'm going to keep him out or not. He may just go back in the box here. The mug is nice. The shirt is nice. Nothing really to complain about in this one. I mean, I can complain about about not getting, things I would have maybe have preferred, but that's kind of pointless, isn't it? All right, so let's pack this one up. If I were a Samurai Jack fan, this would be probably a really nice thing, even though it's just a replica. It's not a real animation cell. Because the real one probably wouldn't have both of them fully in it. Can I get to those? Let me see if I can get to those. Because a few years ago, the State Fair did an animation thing in like the gift shop room, and the Stage 9 / G Willikers / I think they have one other name under their banner, was selling animation cells. Yeah, I got a Ghostbusters one because this one had like all of them in it. And yeah, that's the actual cell there. So it did actually have all of them in it. It has the Ecto one. There were some that were, considerably less impressive. And I paid like $25 for it, but it's got all 4 Ghostbusters. And of course the background is just added in, so it's not just on a plain white background. Yeah, so animation cells can be a nice thing. You just have to, be able to pick them out yourself, not just get a random one they choose for you. All right, I'm going to pack this up, and we'll do the March crate next. All right, here is our March crate. The one that has kept us so long from doing this, because it took, an extra 2 months to get here. And this is a very light crate. Well, I mean, obviously there's going to be a shirt in there, but the rest of it, I don't know. Let's slice it open and find out. Again, I don't remember what the theme even was for this. Let's pan up so you can see the inside of the box when I open it. The theme was Beast Mode. Okay. Alright, well, so we've got a Fallout item and a Godzilla item, so I'm already feeling good about this one. But we'll do one thing at a time. Let's save the shirt. Got those kind of cardboardy, cheap coasters again. The Loch Ness Monster, I'm guessing of other creatures as well. Alright, well, not off to a great start. That's a cute thing, but I've stated before my opinion of those kind of coasters. Thank you for being a looter card. What is... That appears to be a King Kong holding a blaster? King Kong with his hands replaced with a fire-emitting radar dish? Is that what you're seeing? 'Cause that's what I'm seeing. Riding on Godzilla's back. So I guess it must be based on the American ending of King Kong vs. Godzilla. Alright. That's like the first time I've like genuinely not really liked a pin. We've got from Kid Robot. I guess that's who Loot Crate's going with now. We're doing all Kid Robot stuff. We're not doing any Funko stuff anymore. I'm going to be honest with you. One of the triggering things that made me start getting Loot Crates to begin with was that they did get exclusive versions of Pops. And it looks like we've switched over to just Kid Robot now. Who, I mean, yeah, those... It's cute, but I mean, if that didn't say Godzilla on the box, I don't think you'd know. What do they got with him? He has like a keychain with him. Collect them all, Godzilla and Mechagodzilla. At least it's supposed to be the original Godzilla, but again, not that you would know. And I don't know what that little keychain thing is. Oh, it's a bunny paw. It's a lucky bunny paw. Okay. I am underwhelmed. Because that could have been a pop, and as a pop, that would have been quite nice. But yeah, I'm underwhelmed by you, Godzilla. I'm sorry. We've got a Cryptkin. So are these like Boglins? It's another blind box in a blind box. Is this by Kid Robot as well? Cryptozoic. It makes me think of like the box makes me think a little bit of Boglins, but I do think I've seen Cryptkins, like larger sized ones in Target and stuff. Let's open it up and see who we got. I suppose I should look and see who we could get. We could get this one. They don't have names on them, so yeah, that's who we could get. Or there's 3 mystery ones. Collect all 13. Lucky number 13. Who do we want? The little 3-headed Cerberus looking thing is kind of cool. The squid's interesting. I mean, none of them will really stand out. Ooh, I want that one, but those two, I think I'll hope for one of those two. I will hope, and you know what happens when you hope? You get disappointed. Alright, I think I keep saying I need to replace the blade on that cutter, don't I? And of course, being a blind bag, a blind box comes in a blind bag. We've got a little blind card or sticker or something too here. What did it say on the box it came with? Vinyl Figures, Series 2. Doesn't say anything about coming with a card that I can see. Is it a card of the figure, or are the cards random because they're in a separate packet? It's a card for the gargoyle. They're from Europe. Full-grown sizes, unknown, but accounts suggest anywhere from 4 to 8 feet tall. Description: this fella moves a bit slowly, as if he were made of stone, especially during the day. Nevertheless, he's ultra-protective and willing to jump into action to defend you and your home. He can fly a few inches off the ground, but can't quite soar yet. Diet: seems not to require food. Habitat and ranges: France predominantly, but has been spotted in many big cities. So is that who we got then? If that's the case, why put them in separate bags? Yep. Alright, it's better than I thought it was going to be. It's bigger, kind of rubbery. Nope, neck doesn't turn. That's not bad. I like gargoyles in general. I didn't realize that that's what it's supposed to be, looking at it on the package. It's not a bad little guy. Little, rubbery, flexy wings. The ears flex a little bit, so you don't, like jab yourself in the eyeball with it too easily. I'm gonna say I like him better than the Samurai Jack figure. So I like him better than the bunny there. Oh. Dear Looter, we are sorry to report that one of your items is missing. Well, that explains why it's so light, doesn't it? But fear not. We wanted to get the rest of the items to you as soon as possible, which is to say 2 months late. Which means we'll be shipping your missing item at a future date. See, that's bull. They've done that before. They did that with the Aquaman coin last year. And the reason that's bull is because if you ordered this crate and don't order the crate that they ship that item in, you don't get that item. Even though you've already paid for it. They don't ship it separately. They put it in a later crate. So if you, say, just picked up this one because you wanted that Godzilla item, or whatever the missing item is, you're not going to get that missing item, because who knows when it will actually ship. That Aquaman coin shipped like 5 months late. I think the movie was already out on disc by that point. So yeah, they have a BS way of handling that stuff. But I mean, I guess also explains why they, you waited 2 months, why not just wait till it came in? So people who ordered it get the full crate. I don't even know what it is, so I don't know what I'm missing. But it does mean, again, if I were to cancel my subscription and not get whatever crate that comes in, I didn't get my full value on this crate. But let's look at this thing. I'm hoping I'm seeing pink, which I'm not super happy about. But let's see what we have here. It is a Deathclaw. And it says Deathclaw. That's what the pink actually says. It says Deathclaw. And I wish I could zoom out more. I wish I had a wider angle lens so you could really get a good look at this thing. And I'm knocking things over. Yep. That's not a bad shirt. I wonder if it glows. Does it say it glows? It probably would say if it glowed. I'm thinking it probably doesn't. It's probably just green because that's the color your Pip-Boy screen is by default. Alright, so the shirt goes a long way to redeeming this. I like the shirt. I like the cryptimal. So I guess they're supposed to be just like cryptids. Cryptkin. With a cryptid, not a cryptimal. So yeah, I like the shirt. I like the cryptkin. Don't like that I didn't get everything I paid for. Don't care for the coasters. Not impressed with the Godzilla. Or particularly with the pin. So, the 2 items that I like in here, I think I like better than anything in the other one. But overall, this crate is not as good as the February crate. February crate I have no real complaints about. Just nothing made me go, ooh. I like the Pinky and the Brain item the best out of there. The Samurai Jack figure is nice. Both of them have good shirts. I would say I'm almost more likely to wear the Rick and Morty shirt. Although I don't necessarily know that I want to be associated with a lot of the Rick and Morty fandom, because Yeah, even Rick and Morty, the show, seems to know that there are significant issues with Rick and Morty fandom. But those are our crates. Those are 2 more months of loot crates. So I'm guessing the next one of these will probably be another Taste of Home crate with the April crate, which will probably come sometime in September. So there may be a big gap in recording between the first part of that video and the second part of that video, because I have to record the Taste of Home crates when they come in so my wife can have her crate. Alright, but that's going to do it for this week. Please remember to like, subscribe, ring that little bell icon so that you know every time I post a video, and follow me on Instagram at Void of Intelligence, and of course you can join the Void of Intelligence Facebook page. I ask you guys every week and nobody does it, so please do. And then, yeah, I will see you in the next video.